Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll be good.
All right.
We are live. Let's see if there's anybody still awake though. Dracarys.
Jacars, motherfucker.
Dracarys. Let's see if it. Nope, nobody's there. So yeah, guys, we just finished watching Game of Thrones' series finale here on HBO. I flew in a little bit late, and I'm a little jet lagged right now. So uh, FBI open up? No, I will not open up. But we just finished, and we decided we'll just do a special commentary with anybody that's up right now. Uh, There we go. So here comes the here. Whoop! There go the questions. All right. So first and foremost, the question from Nova is, did you like it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. The pacing was a little bit off, a little weird in the beginning, um, and we get more into it in our video that we just finished right now, uh, which Ultra Impulse will deal with that a little bit later. But I just felt like it was a little weird. Some of the acting was a little strange between Danny and John.
Mm-hmm.
Their final meeting and everything that was a little strange, but yeah, you know what? The more I think about it, I kind of would have preferred that Drogo had eaten
Oh, okay. Yeah.
John,
Yeah.
or just
Okay.
John just died right there, like kind of a Romeo, similar to the Clegane Bowl.
Yeah.
Like
I think
it
if
would have been a little more poetic, and then you
yeah.
just have Grey Worm up there with Tyrion, and like
Yeah.
like
You know what's funny? I think if that happened, that might be why Grey Worm did not kill John on the spot because they would have the dog the military and them would have had a like they wouldn't have had any leverage. You know what I mean? Like
that's a good point.
so.
That's a good point. Yeah, I can't wait for season 9. He said, "Yeah, okay, right."
That would be great to see what happens next. Like, I can see people like revolting against Bran. Like, who the hell's this guy? Hmm.
I mean, I think he's all right. I don't think people care, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
about who's ruling what or like who's doing what. So,
As long as we're not dying, and
right,
as long as we eating good.
yeah, exactly. As long as the people are prospering, and that's about it. I'm trying to see where the comments, like super chat. Okay, where's the questions? The comments. All right. Is that the best way? Worst series finale I've ever seen. You probably haven't seen enough
Yeah,
series finales. Like,
yeah. At
yeah,
least they got an ending.
and particularly with Game of Thrones, I never expected Game of Thrones to actually have a fan satisfying ending.
Yeah,
Like, that's not what Game of Thrones is about.
yeah. We killed Ned in the beginning. You know, that's the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, our hero and everything. Uh, did you get that Batman vibe during Danny's wing scene? No, I didn't.
Batman vibe. What do you mean?
Like, Batman coming down like
Hmm.
a cape or something like that. But
Okay.
no, but I did think about the movie called Vampire Dracula Begins or some shit like that.
Yes.
Dracula Zero or
Yeah.
Dracula's Secret
I
Origins
know
or some shit.
what you're
Yeah,
getting at. Yeah.
yeah,
Dracula Untold.
yeah. There you go. In Japan, it was called Dracula Zero or
Mm.
something like that. Don't know whether I'm satisfied with the ending or not. I think overall it was like I think it was bittersweet. Like there were some bad points and then there were some good points basically. Like um, who dead? Everybody's dead. The best part of the episode, hands down, was Ghost. See, and I think
Yeah.
I totally think that the pickup point for I'm not gonna say bandwagon fans, but fans that have different expectations about happy ending type of things. I think the ghost point was put in there,
Oh, for the fans, like.
like people that need that moment for
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
like I liked it. but I think it was for a different type of audience that needed that like happy feeling or whatever. Because I was like, whatever. People were hot about.
I didn't even notice the ghost thing because like no one, to be quite honest, the Starks they didn't have that connection with their dogs throughout the series.
Like the books, right?
Yeah, I didn't feel it. Like they were just there. They just let their dire wolves run around. Like and if you saw them, yay. But they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember anything memorable.
I mean, Rob's wolf was like crazy with that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That was the one dire wolf that I was really cool with.
Shane of Thrones. Bran is the last true born son of Ned Stark. We all wanted Ned on the throne in season one. I
I
can see
didn't
that.
want Ned on the throne in season one.
Nope, he.
He was trying to get Stannis on the throne.
Yep.
That was his thing.
Yup.
If he was going to be on the throne, he would have taken it after the rebellion to begin with.
Yep. Season was disappointing, but doesn't deserve the absolute hatred it gets. I agree there.
Yeah.
I
People,
don't think it's disappointing. I
Yeah.
think they wrapped it up. As,
fan petitions, people do responding the way they do. It's just there's a bit of bandwagoning there. You
Yep.
know, this isn't like no.
Professor Zoom says Bran has no impact in the school project and still gets an A plus.
Yeah, I see that. We saw the
See,
meme.
that's my only problem is like I think a lot of the stuff that we like, the side stuff that we like, the magic, the warging, the White Walkers, all of that really kind of
Yeah.
died out. Like even Bran warged out during the Battle of Winterfell. We never got an answer for that.
Yeah, he just worked once in the entirety of the.
He was like, I have to go now.
And he only went. We only saw flashbacks from him. Never during this season,
Right.
and only when they were necessary to the story that they actually used his powers. Yeah, I'll definitely get you with that.
Jack says, do you guys think they rushed it too much and they just tried to cram everything in there?
They used the time that they had, the best that they could.
I don't think they rushed it because there were just scenes where people were like staring sometimes. Like that whole scene where Tyrion adjusting the chairs. They didn't need to do that if they were pressed for time, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So no, I don't think so. I think they told the story they wanted to tell and at the pace they wanted to go, and that was it. They didn't I think there's stuff that fans like me, like I wanted to know more about the warging. I wanted to know, but maybe that doesn't make for good, entertaining TV. Like, I don't know. There was a scene just like that in a couple of Star Wars movies. I don't know whatever we were talking about, but yeah, like I saw lots of Star Wars references several times, and I mentioned that when Danny came out there, like all they needed to do was play that Imperial March.
Yeah.
Like, shit, man. I think they could have done it better if they had one or two more episodes. I disagree with that because, and the reason I disagree with that is the fact that we say that because we want more explanation, but an episode that's giving us explanation isn't entertaining. That's the thing. So I don't think they needed that just to explain. Like I think one of the big things we both agree on is Danny's mental state.
Yes.
Would it have been nice for more explanation? Yes. Would it have been a good episode? No.
Yeah, because a lot of the criticism I saw in this past week was, well, I don't mind that she went mad. I just don't like the way it happened. And it's like, okay, shut up. Like you just want it to be spelled out for you instead of acknowledging the signs that we had been giving up until this point. Like,
right.
I just don't like the way it happened. Then you know what? Write your own fucking story.
No,
that's how I feel. Like I don't.
No, but on the fair side, the thing is, it's like, this has been 9 years and only a few episodes each, and we take these long breaks. For the benefit of the doubt, we gotta try to remember. Like Game of Thrones is the only show that you gotta actually do a lot of research on the outside just so you remember everything. So, and even for me, it was kind of like, damn, Danny, what the fuck, man? Like, but it makes sense. But I also feel like this episode did a really good job of Twitter answering
Yes.
a lot of people's
Yeah, when
questions.
Tyrion was saying like, no, she
Yeah.
did this, this, and
Yep.
this. You know, that's her fact pattern. That's what she does. You
Yeah.
know.
Nearly 10 years, and they couldn't be bothered to write the 10 episodes that would have stopped this feeling rush. No, I still,
Yeah.
it did, it maybe, like I was telling him, like, um, I was telling him, maybe possibly they could have split this last episode up in terms of, um, they could have stopped it right when John kills Danny,
Mm-hmm.
and they just stop it there, and it goes to black, and people would have been so mad
Yeah.
to see that,
That would have been crazy.
right?
If that was the end of the show.
Or just the end of the episode,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
okay.
then we see that. Then the final episode is more like an epilogue, like
Yes,
that,
yeah.
where you see all the resolve type of deal. But it, to fill in the extra time it would take to get there,
Yes.
is it that necessary? No, because the main focus is on King's Landing, and
That would have been
that point.
that would have been the longest week ever.
Yep.
Like after the Night King, after the battle at Winterfell, there were folks I saw headlines, but I didn't read them because they're clickbait. Like, oh, the Night King is still alive. He might come back. Like, stop.
He touched you.
Stop.
He touched Bran.
Just watch the show, okay? Just absorb it.
I'm
God.
actually kind of I'm laughing because of all the fucking theories people have held on to for so long.
Yeah.
The prince that was promised, and
It's just,
like,
it wasn't about that. It's about the people and the choices they make. That's why I've always stuck with it. You know, I dropped a lot of shows through the years. Gotham, that was like the first to go down for me.
Parker, God. Parker said, I'm shocked that Grey Worm didn't just try to murder John. Yeah, I thought about that too.
But I said earlier in this live stream, I just realized that if Grey Worm had taken John out, that would have been the end for the Unsullied. The North would have taken them out. John was essentially their prisoner to bargain with. So maybe that's why they kept him alive.
Yeah.
Tyrion as well. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, wow. Okay, more questions are coming in. Damn. Sorry, there's a lot. Oh, man, a lot of shit came in. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I felt satisfied and overall liked it. Sure, it could have gone better if we had more episodes, but it wasn't rushed. Wasn't as rushed, but oh well. It was okay, but honestly, it went from one of my top rated series to average or above average television series. Really?
nah, get the fuck out of here with that. When you say that, you're comparing it to like the Flash to me. Like, no, it is.
So
not.
that's what I'm curious,
Yeah,
Blade.
like, yeah.
Blade, what is your
What's an outstanding television show?
what's better than Game of Thrones? Because I would like to know,
Yeah.
honestly, because I do need a new show to watch. It ain't The Flash, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I know other people have been throwing out shows like Breaking Bad and things. I've
But
not
I've
seen
watched that
those.
already. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
Does
yeah.
it compare? Would you say? I never saw it. No. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Not watching Breaking Bad.
It's good. No, it's good, but
It does
no,
not compare.
man.
Not compare. Okay.
No. I like Breaking Bad. I watch Better Call Saul as well.
Yeah.
But it's a whole nother world of like it's not that element.
Mm.
That ain't it, man. Yeah. I can't talk to people worldwide about Breaking Bad. Nah. Adam makes a good point. Honestly, if we had less of a break between season 7 and 8, people wouldn't have come up with
Yeah.
that many theories and built themselves
Yeah.
up for disappointment.
I think
that's why I don't go into theories,
Yeah.
especially for movies.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, what do you think? What do you think? No, because I'm gonna write the perfect movie in my head.
They messed themselves up with the 2-year break, and same thing with Star Wars as well. I think Marvel did great. Like, imagine if we had waited 2 years for Endgame. That would have been terrible.
We would have loved it anyways. Though. Yeah, we would have loved it. I'm gonna skip some of these guys because they're good, but yeah. Bran will be a better master of Whisper than Littlefinger or Varys combined. Motherfucking three. Braun. Three-eyed raven spying on everyone. Yep.
Oh, okay. So they're saying Bran, but he's the king, so he don't need that.
Right. That is a good point, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Bran find it important to tell Jon he was a Targaryen if Bran would be the one to end up king? Maybe that was his plan all along. I was kind of thinking about that. I'm like, are you playing the game? I think he's playing the
I
game.
think that's what that line was. Like, what did I came all
Why
the
do you
way,
think I came all the way out here for? Yeah.
If he was playing the game, he played it very well. That was the best. He's the mastermind behind that. Just throwing out clues here and there, and just watching people fight amongst each other, just to say, "Oh,
And if you
me
got,
king."
but you know what? If you if you kind of think about it, like maybe that's why he took out Littlefinger so quickly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
because Littlefinger was probably his only like
His only opposition, really. They
yeah.
both were, because Littlefinger, that's his game.
Yeah.
Just throwing information out to people
Yeah.
and letting them like fuck with each other.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense too, because he would have seen Littlefinger and
Yeah.
learned from him.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, I see you.
Yeah. Who else saw the Lord of the Rings reference with the books?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. A Song of Ice and Fire,
Yeah,
and then the Lord of the Rings ending. What was the name of it? There and Back Again? No, I can't remember. But yeah, I see you, and I know what you mean.
So let me see. Watch Berserk. Ozark. Okay. Yeah, Corey, you and we all were wondering, like, where the hell did all the Dothraki and Unsullied come from? I'm like, did they just multiply?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. The people of Westeros said, fuck democracy. Yeah, I thought
You know,
so.
that was a good. I should have brought that up in the discussion, like, because that was a theory for people, like burning down the throne and then bringing the democracy, and that was D&D having that line, like you guys are funny, like that's just laughing at the face
Yep.
of those theories,
Yep.
like get out of here. But it's even that it's a reasonable concept to not go there. Like, no, that's too dramatic. The Republic is a little better. Like that's essentially what they have. They have the lords and ladies that vote for their king. You know, I mean,
Right. Are you guys going to check out the Game of Thrones spin-off series that they are making with Naomi Watts? I didn't know about that
yeah,
one.
we'll see what
Yeah, we'll see.
when they drop a trailer. I'll first believe that it's actually happening.
But you know what? Now that I think about it, the creators of Game of Thrones,
They're doing Star Wars,
right?
Yeah,
And so that makes sense. Some of the Star Wars
Yeah.
references we just saw, they
Yeah.
were like fucking auditioning right then and there.
To be quite honest, I'm not following all these production news because I
Right.
won't believe it until I see a trailer. Like,
I agree.
Like, oh, this guy's doing that. Oh, but Joaquin Phoenix is Doctor Strange. Yeah, whatever. Let me see a trailer, and then
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about it. Like, I don't know. That's not me. I don't do speculation anymore.
I don't have a favorite season because I can't remember what episodes were what when they happened. So
Yeah.
I have no idea. The good thing about this season, Fat says, is there has been foreshadowing about Dany going Mad Queen since season 1. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blade says Breaking Bad was the better show. Okay. Bran was like, I'm the three-eyed raven. I just want to sit here in the woods. Few weeks later, hell yeah, I'm here to be the king player.
Yeah.
Yep. Why didn't Bran warg into Drogon and save all the innocents? Now he's king. Because of that,
Because
like,
he didn't care. Like that's the game he was playing. Just let it happen. Let it be.
Yep. Yep, I'm glad it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that shit. Somebody said CW level writing. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Nah,
no.
man. It ain't. No.
The CW, like I totally like I watched Flash 1, 2, half of 3, and I was done.
Yep.
It's terrible. Walking Dead, I'm done. Like I'm the same old with it. Yeah, this is way better. You're out of your fucking mind if that's what you're saying. It's not the same.
CW level, right?
It's not the same. We're not all meeting up at the coffee shop, talking about the Blur. Like the fuck out
The
of here.
Blur. I used to, but I wouldn't have been surprised if another dragon popped up. Hey, are you implied that Drogon's gonna have sex with the carcass of? Ew, no, I hope not.
He's gonna reproduce asexually, pop out some eggs, I
No, I
guess.
thought like inseminate
Ah,
Danny. That's what I was kind
but that's what I
of.
was saying. Like they could have some real sequel shit. Like so we don't
I
know.
rather not, but I do wish like they kind of write out
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what happens next or something like that. Like
yeah. Like
I would like to kind of know some of the little things like Varys took off his rings and shit. Like why?
yeah.
Like you know.
And I guess he never sent out any letters because no one just brought up that Jon is a Targaryen during that council meeting. Like that was
Yeah.
never even brought up. So
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and if you can take it.
yeah,
Yep. Uh, like if Grimm wanted 13 seasons, then he should finish the fucking books. Then,
yeah,
like,
yeah. He has a. It's funny. Like they do a lot of
shit.
interviews
If I was executive producer on a fucking show, I'd want 13 seasons too.
Yeah,
Keep my wallet
and
fat.
I'm a little George R. R. Martin. Like, he's on some bullshit to be quite honest. Like he
Oh
does
boy.
all these fucking interviews and shit, talking. Like you should be in a cave writing, motherfucker, because people are mad at you right now. You over here interviewing here, there. Like what? Yo, you're not writing. What you doing? Shut up. Right.
Even at its worst, yeah, yeah. Even at its worst, Game of Thrones is default miles better than any other shows, especially the CW ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a water bottle at the end of the episode. That's crazy.
And I was looking for something too. Like, watch this be a gag. Like, let's just put this here.
Oh, Varys kept the poison in his rings. I see.
You just made that up.
Eh, eh.
Yeah, you just made that up.
I'm telling you, Drogon gonna put some eggs in Danny. That'd be gross, man.
It'd be something if he takes Danny over to the east. One of them other red witches decide to just praise the Lord. Praise the Lord of light.
I'm just saying.
That could happen. She comes back again. Round 2, Westeros.
Ew.
The return, Lady Stoneheart type Danny. Like that'd be some shit, you know.
Didn't that would be kind of cool? Like
Write that, fans.
there you go. You guys want to improve the story quality? Write
Yeah.
that. The return of Danny. And then she could be like, yeah, like Lady Stoneheart. Yeah, all hail the Queen of Ashes. My queen, her fucking jaw coming no fire.
Yeah.
Her blood is replaced by dragon fire and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still trying to figure out if any of you guys can figure it out. Why did Drogon know legit to burn down to melt the throne?
Yeah, I think that was just cinematic.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I think when I think about that scene of Danny dying, well, I think what also bothers me is that clearly they were trying to be as gentle as they can to the character. You know, they didn't want it to be too violent. They wanted it to be something like Shakespearean, you know, and just drag it out. Just, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was thinking it, but I'm like, they're not gonna do it. But then I started seeing that the camera started to panel in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? Oh no, like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it happened. I mean, yeah. Okay, so I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say because I see a trend that's going on, guys. It's like, in my opinion, similar to Endgame or really similar to The Last Jedi. I think if you like it, you like it. Roll with that. If you hated it, you hated it. I mean, I don't think. I think any ending was never going to be universally accepted unless it was some sugary ass PG ending.
Yeah.
Cersei and Jamie come out of the fucking rubble. Cersei's smiling and then gets stabbed in the throat by Arya. Like some bullshit like that.
Everything would have to be fan service type,
Right.
You know.
When I think, but that's not what Game of Thrones is. So.
I think people, because a lot of people are arguing that like, oh, Endgame was able to do it, but there was a lot of fucking fan service throughout the
Yeah.
entirety of Endgame to like tweak everyone's little fancy.
But the thing is, wasn't Endgame isn't built on destroying things from the beginning.
Yeah,
So if you kind of think about it in some sense, Zack Snyder is a person of doing deconstruction of characters
yeah,
and not doing stuff for fan service, like doing things that are kind of
yeah,
darker tone, but it's just that his execution isn't as strong as something like Game of Thrones.
yeah.
So, you know.
Because it could have been, you know, a more perfect ending for folks. Obviously, would have been a Battle of the Bastards. Not Battle of Bastards. Excuse me. Clegane Bowl. That would have been a lot more fulfilling. Jamie would have strangled Cersei. No, not yeah. Jamie would have strangled Cersei. What else was going to happen? Fucking John shanks Danny, and his sword turns into fire, and then he fights the Night King in some final battle. Da 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 da. Like that wasn't it. That's not the show.
Bran turns into fucking the Night
Oh
King,
yeah,
like
yeah.
brr.
Word, Brandon.
Suddenly he like stand like I will be king.
Yeah.
And, like everybody leaves and he's like, thank you everyone, goodbye Sansa. And then
Yeah.
like he does like that one scene with that other maester
Yes.
where he straightens his back out and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
just stands up and he's just like, and then he looks into the mirror and his eyes glow blue or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The Night King, the new Night King is actually the king of the.
Yes.
That actually would be kind of
Everyone
wild.
wanted-
That would have been a wild ending if
Yes.
they did it like that.
Everyone wanted their fan service, but they didn't get it, and yeah, that's why I'm relishing in it, and I will relish for the next week or further on people's reactions and see how folks take it. Essentially,
See, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you basically just described all the popular theories that people were hoping for.
yeah,
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
yeah, and that's why I stopped watching these theories because Star Wars was ruined for me. The Force Awakens particularly because I read all these theories. And it kind of fucked up the movie for me when I
Yep.
saw it. I was not fulfilled.
Yep.
And when I went in to see the Last Jedi, I was like, oh my god! Like it just, I really sat and thought about it. Like, wow, they fucking killed it. You know, like at least that's how I felt. But everyone that had the things that they wanted are the ones that kind of rebelled against such. You know, and I don't know. That's the internet today. So
Basically, if council culture,
yes,
like if you didn't get the ending you wanted, then fuck it,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I love
you
the
know?
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Most of it. Obviously, there are things in there that were too long and shouldn't have been necessary, like Rose, the casino scene,
Yeah,
and things like that.
yeah, yeah.
But you know, the thing with Luke Skywalker, I thought was great.
Yeah, my only problem was that he died. Like I wanted Luke to survive, but if that's the way he goes, that's the way he goes. We still got not Leia. Well, technically we do.
Yeah.
But we
Rey.
We still got Rey. You know, like that's the story. That's it right there.
Right? Oh yeah, that force projection was amazing. So
Yeah.
But so I can see some parallels actually to Last Jedi, to
Yes.
Game of Thrones, and then the new stuff. Like I'm down with the way, like I'm tired of these cliche-ish type stories where
Yeah.
your characters are introduced to die,
And
basically.
so that's what I was getting. That's what I was thinking too throughout this week. Like people, everyone want their happy endings, but like think of movies like Seven. Did you see Seven?
No.
Okay. The first time I saw Seven, I was disgusted with the ending.
Really?
I was like, wait, what? But and someone compared what happened in the last episode to Seven, like, but it can happen. People are just that fucking yuck, you know. I'm gonna just spoil the movie because are you gonna watch Seven?
No, but it's his wife, right?
Yeah, yeah. And what's in the box?
Yeah.
And it's his wife, and he looks at the killer and he shoots him right there.
Yeah.
Police are on their way. You know, Morgan Freeman is like, "Don't do it!" No, he throws the gun like, come on, and then he's just like, bang, 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 and it's like, oh fuck,
Do it.
That's
Yeah,
the fucking
do
show.
it. Do it.
That's Danny, son. Come on.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Fuck them bells.
she's thinking about everything, and that's it. You think of it like Seven or No Country for Old Men. They didn't have a happy ending.
I wonder what now that I think about it, well, speaking of prophecies and things like that, so who were the green eyes that Arya killed then? She shut forever. It wasn't Danny.
I don't know. Maybe one of the extras had that she killed had green eyes.
I hope so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the only prophecy that I was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
I was still waiting for like to come true. I don't know.
Man, I kind of want to watch Seven again. Like that.
That's not you want to see it.
That ending, man, that just had me feeling real like just like it kind of got me like that's disgusting. Like just but that's what people are capable of. Just being that hateful, you can just snap. It's like what Joker said. It just takes one bad day, right?
One
That
bad
was the whole killing
day.
joke concept, but it didn't work on because there are those good people out there though. Um, like for example, when he was asking John, "Would you have done it?" And John is like, I don't know. That's the whole concept of his character in Seven. I don't want to go into too deep into it, but he was a hothead
Right,
essentially.
right, right,
His
right.
character was a hothead, and the killer saw that and pushed him to do what he did.
It makes sense. Token does make a good point. Damn, this chat thing is it's not easy here. It's like, why would I have to think of another movie to make sense of the show I'm watching now?
Yeah, well, it's not
Just reference
it's just
points.
it's reference
Yeah.
point. Essentially, like what I'm getting at is everyone wants these happy endings. Most of what we see in media, particularly with visual media, has a flowery beginning, middle, and an end.
Because they want you to come back,
At the end of the
especially
day, the
franchises.
hero always wins, or something always happens as the way it should. But sometimes that's not it.
And I like that. I
It,
do like
yeah.
that. That's why Infinity War was so good because people were like, "What the fuck? Thanos won?"
Yeah,
Like people that aren't
yeah,
used to it, like
yeah.
didn't
I
know
thought
that.
they were
Yeah.
going to tie it up in a bell like Marvel normally does,
Yep.
and that's when Thor came down on the scene. I was like, oh, that's the movie. Thor's got this, right? And he got him, and it's like, oh wait, no, you should have aimed for the head, and that's why the
Yep.
movie. Yeah, just like you said, that's why the movie was the success.
I'll
it
never
was.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
how Crystal looked at me at the end of that movie. She just looked at me like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
He won? That's the movie? What?" And so for 1 year, she was so shocked, like
Yeah.
Googling and
Yeah.
researching, and like
Yeah.
that's why Endgame is doing so well because
Because-
people, yeah,
And Endgame's ending was not as flowery either.
Right.
Folks did not make it. Folks did
All right.
not come back.
All right, guys. 32 minutes. We're gonna get on out of here because that was a crazy episode, and I've been awake for almost 3 days now. So I gotta fix my jet lag and get ready for work tomorrow. And we will have the edited reaction hopefully when Ultra Impulse wakes up, and he'll have it ready for you. So it might take a day or so, but the full reaction will be on Patreon as soon as possible. So make sure you check out the Patreon as well, so you can watch it right away. I'm doing a new thing now where I'm putting part of the screens for reference points, so it'll be easier for a lot of you guys now. So make sure you check that out. It's cheap. All right. I'll talk to you very soon. All right. Thanks, y'all. We out.
Ciao.
Brand new.